The water is 6 to 8 feet above normal levels right now, making it a little bit difficult to go for a quick walk to the garden. They were hoping to find Manuel Frias. He's wanted for murder.
What happens when a pharmacist is reaching for Tamiflu and it's not there?
A couple weeks ago, I spoke with a professor from Augustana University who studies campaigns just like the mayoral race. She hypothesized that Paul and Jolene did the best in the campaign because they utilized social media the most effectively.
Jeff trains 7 days a week, about 15 hours a week with no days off to beat out the competition, which will probably be tougher than me.
KDLT's Allison Royal has followed Jack Lee's campaign out west. She joins us from his watch party in Sturgis. Allison, what's the vibe for Jack Lee and his supporters out there?
Good evening from the other side of the state, Tom and Kelsey. We've been following your vote wherever it goes. And tonight we followed Attorney General Marty Jack Lee all the way to his hometown of Sturgis, South Dakota. Now, you might think of Sturgis and think of the Sturgis Rally or all the hiking in the Black Hills. However, earlier today, Marty Jack Lee told me that this is, quote, Jack Lee country. Let's take a look at the crowd as supporters file in. Tom, Kelsey, I'm here at the Instructional Planning Center where people have been shuffling in and out all day to vote. There is quite a bit of wasted material behind me, but different components of the house will have a second life. Nurse Stacy from the health department says that 120/80 is the ideal blood pressure for somebody.
120/76.
And I am 120/76. Is that good?
That's good.
OSHA is conducting an ongoing investigation at this time. They did tell me that they are, quote, very, very sorry, and that today's fatality was, quote, preventable. Police are investigating a shooting that claimed 2 lives Friday morning.
Evacuations are in order for northwest Iowa after a train coming from Canada derailed this morning. Tonight, crews are on the scene trying to figure out how much oil leaked into the water. KDLT's Allison Royal explains why more evacuations could be coming.
It's crazy. No words.
It was a phone call that Dune Mayor Tim Mantell wasn't expecting early this morning. Nearly 30 train cars carrying oil are now in this water.
Early this morning it derailed and stuff, and there's a lot of oil going into a pond.
Officials evacuated the 4 homes close to these train cars. However, this is just the beginning. If the wind starts blowing in the opposite direction at any point, it could be dangerous. Officials are considering evacuating everyone within a 2-mile radius, which is essentially the entire town. The smell of oil is overwhelming out here in Dune, Iowa. Several roads are closed off to the public, like this one that I'm on right now. At this time, the Lyon County Sheriff believes flooding was a contributing factor and that the train engine was fine. No one was hurt, including the conductor from Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railway Company. One family woke up around 4:30 this morning. They saw reflectors in the water and called 911.
It's unreal to me because this thing doesn't really happen very often, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Tonight, Mayor Mantell is warning everyone to stay away.
The big thing is, please, just people stay out of town.
The Lyon County Sheriff tells me they have quite the job ahead of them. They expect it to take all weekend to clean up those cars carrying oil in the water right behind me. In Dune, Allison Royal, KDLT News.
KDLT reached out to Burlington Northern Santa Fe. In a statement, a spokesperson for the railroad says that they are using containment booms and vacuum trucks to capture the oil, and they're working directly with those impacted.
Great grandmother is celebrating her 104th birthday in northwestern Iowa this week. And you know what? After more than a century, she is still going strong.
And she says that is all thanks to her roots. As a girl, she and her 5 sisters ran the family farm. That was after her brothers died. KDLT's Allison Royal sat down with the birthday girl to learn her secrets to a long and happy life.
What's the best part about being 104?
I don't know. Like I say, I've never been there before.
As Zita Teeley grows another year older, her world just keeps getting bigger. She has 48 great-grandchildren and 6 great-great-grandchildren, with 2 more on the way.
People are missing out a lot now that they don't have that anymore. You know, big family gatherings and things. The family was together.
At 104, Zita lives on her own and is plenty busy. She plays cards with her friends every day, knits, bakes, reads, and loves a good crossword.
I like to do crosswords. I got the puzzles once in a while. I don't know, there's always something to do.
Zita was born in 1914 and hasn't slowed down ever since. She didn't retire until she was 82 and drove until she was 100. She's seen society change with her.
I grew up with the horse and buggy days. When we had those dust storms, that was terrible.
And her picture-perfect memory makes her a human history book.
She can recall when someone was born or when they were married.
One's in June and one's in July.
And what the weather was that day.
There is a price to pay when you live such a long life. Zita has outlived 3 of her 7 children.
We've had a lot of tragic things as far as that goes in our family, but when you have a large family, you're going to have that stuff.
While Zita has enough family and stories to fill scrapbooks, she says the past is the past.
One time she told me, I don't worry about things. Things are going to happen and you deal with them. And that's kind of been the way she's gone through life.
Whatever happens that day, though, that's no use of looking backwards.
Zita keeps shining like a candle on a birthday cake.
Happy birthday to you.
Here's to 104 and many more. In Sibley, Allison Royal, KDLT News.
Zita recommends surrounding yourself with family. She credits her good health to keeping her mind sharp, and she says she doesn't eat after 4:30 p.m. Zita's family is already planning her 105th birthday celebration for next year.
Sometimes heartbreaking news can tear a community apart. However, one small town is coming together to prove they're stronger than ever when one of their own is struggling. KDLT's Allison Royal tells us after months away from home battling cancer following her diagnosis last year, a 5-year-old Minnesota girl is getting a special welcome back.
Pink balloons and ribbons decorate the small but strong town of Odessa, Minnesota. However, they can't fill the void of someone who's been missing.
She's getting better. You know, her numbers are coming up, and we just can't wait till the first time we can be with her.
5-year-old Bella Rademacher, known around here as Princess Bella, has been fighting a rare form of liver cancer. She's endured 9 rounds of chemo and a liver transplant.
She hasn't been home for a long time.
Bella was supposed to undergo another round of chemo this week in Sioux Falls, but then her long-awaited prayers were answered. Doctors at the University of Minnesota say her liver transplant, along with a less common form of chemo, have worked faster than expected, so they gave her the all clear to head home. Bella was ready, and home was ready for Bella.
We live in a great community with lots of support, and it means the world to everybody.
Motorcyclists plus sheriff's departments and fire departments from Minnesota and South Dakota geared up. An entourage escorted Bella and her family all the way from Clear Lake, South Dakota to Odessa, stopping traffic to make their trip as fast and smooth as possible. During the hour-and-a-half-long journey, neighbors far and wide cheered for Bella from the sidelines. Sirens lit up on the final leg, leading Bella to where she belongs, home.
It's unreal how much support people have come out to show. You don't believe it until you're there.
I cried. It was amazing.
Through the miles and smiles on the road to recovery, Bella's aunt says there's only one word to describe the sense of community.
Unreal.
In Odessa, Allison Royal, KDLT News.
Now you may have noticed those shirts that say Cat Crusaders. That's because Bella is most looking forward to reuniting with her cats, Rainbow and Sunshine.